What's going on, guys? This is your host of the Rise SG podcast, Jordan here, and here is your UFC 297 predictions. This is Rise SG's UFC 297 predictions, and it goes to Canada. This is for the middleweight championship between Sean Strickland versus Dirkus du Plessis. This is going to be a good fight. Then you have a vacant title fight for the women's bantamweight title between Raquel Pennington versus Mauro Bueno Silva. I think this is going to be a great card. Going off to Canada, I think that's awesome because some Canadian fighters are getting their fights in, and I think that's really good. So first to start off, we got a flyweight bout between Malcolm Gordon and Jimmy Flick. They both are the same height and the same age, which is crazy, in the same weight. And Malcolm Gordon's got a little bit of reach, and I think Malcolm Gordon's going to win this by decision. Going off into that, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Cachiora. I think Jasmine's coming off of a loss against Tracy Cortez, and I think that she's going to end up winning this by TKO. Give it the first round. That's what I think. My predictions. We could see if it goes right. We could see if it goes wrong. But first round TKO by Jasmine. Our third fight, we got Johan Lanesi versus Sam Patterson. Both of these fighters have a similar record. I think this is going to be a great fight, but I believe that Sam Patterson will end up winning this fight. And then we go over to our prelims with Jillian Robertson versus Polyana Viana. I think Polyana is going to end up winning this fight. Jillian Robertson is a great fighter, don't get me wrong. I think this will go, honestly, I think this will go either or, Jillian or Polyana. I think I'm going to have to give it to Polyana by decision. Next, we got two guys making their debut. We got Serhi Sadeh versus Ramon Tavares. I know both of these guys fought in the Dana White Contender Series, and Sadeh ended up beating Ramon Tavares. Tavares actually came back to the Dana White Contender Series and beat one of the guys to get his contract to be here. So I think this rematch is going to be awesome. I'm going to have to go with Ramon Tavares. He lost to Sadeh in the Dana White Contender Series, like I said. I think he's going to get vengeance. I think he's going to avenge his last loss against him, and he's going to win this fight. I think this is going to be a good series between them. I think maybe they'll have a third one, but I do see Ramon Tavares winning this fight by, I think, a brutal KO. I think something's coming. Something's a brewing. Next, we got Charles Jourdain versus Sean Woodson. I think this is a really good fight. This could go either way. Charles Jourdain's coming off some wins. Sean Woodson's doing good as well. I believe that Charles Jourdain is going to win this fight. I do want Sean Woodson to win as well, but Charles Jourdain's on a streak, and I think he's going to continue that and move up. Next, this is a fight I'm actually very excited for. I like both of these guys, Brad Katona versus Garrett Armfield. Garrett Armfield's coming off his last win in I think it was somewhere overseas. He's coming off his last win. He's going up against Brad Katona, who won the Ultimate Fighter. Is making his debut, and I am so excited for it. I really see Brad Katona winning. I see him, Garrett Armfield himself is going to be a good fighter. I think he's going to move up in the rankings, but I see Brad Katona coming up. I think it's going to be a good fight for Brad Katona. Next, we got the main card, guys. The main card is going to be a good one. Got some bangers on this card. First up, we got Arnold Allen versus Mosar Ilavov. Having this fight to start off the main card, like, that's crazy. I think this is awesome. I thought this would be like somewhere closer to the like co-main, like the fight before that. I think it'd be that, but wow. Arnold Allen is such a good fighter, and same as this undefeated fighter with 17 wins and 0 losses, Mozart. But I see this dude continuing his win streak. He's a crazy fighter in the featherweight division. I think he's gonna end up beating Arnold Allen. It could be either by submission or it can be by a finish. But I really want Arnold Allen to put off. He did lose his last fight, but I hope he comes out there, puts it all. But I just don't think he'll cut it. He will come back and win his next one, but I'm not sure about this. Next, we got Chris Curtis versus Marc-Andre Balliot. I think this can be a good fight. Uh, Both of these guys are great fighters. I really want to see Chris Curtis win this fight. He's had some really unfortunate fights. Uh, you know, I think two of them were draws, or he had his head on. I think both last two fights, and I really want Chris Curtis to go. I really think he will. I think Chris Curtis is gonna win this fight, even though Marc Andre is Canadian and he's fighting in his uh, own country. I see Chris Curtis winning this one and taking it. Marc Andre had one of the best fights of his career. Last fight against Eric Anders, and it could go either way. But Chris Curtis, I'm calling Chris Curtis on this one. Next fight, we got Neil Magny versus Mike Mallet. Neil Magny is a great fighter. I love both of these fighters. Neil Magny is a great, vet. I think I think Neil Magny is a great fighter. I see Mike. It's hard. Mike Mallet is a good fighter. I see so much potential with this guy. I see him. I see him winning, but I also see Neil Magny. Like, this will be the test for Mike Mallet. He hasn't fought anyone that like crazy good. You've seen him against Mickey Gall, and Mickey Gall almost knocked him out until Mallet was able to get a punch in there and was able to finish the match. But I think Mike Mallet's gonna end up winning this fight, and it's gonna go over to Mike Mallet. This is gonna be the test for him. This fight will. And here's the co-main. We got Mero Bueno Silva versus Raquel Pennington. Both of these are great fighters. I think Mero Bueno Silva is showing. I think she's gonna win the title. Let's just be honest. Uh, she's crazy good. She beat Holly Holm, her last fight. I really think she's gonna beat Raquel Pennington. It's gonna be by finish. I don't think it'll go the distance. It'll be Mero Bueno Silva being the new champion. I'm kind of surprised she's here. I know she had some problems with. I know there's some. I don't know. Maybe I thought there was something going on with some testing with her, but I'm glad to see her fighting. I really think she's gonna take the title. But guys, the last fight of the night, we got Sean Strickland versus Dirkus Duplessis. This is gonna be a great fight. This is gonna see. Oh, Hayes. Dirkus is gonna be a champion. Honestly, I know some people. It's a hit or miss on Dirkus. You either don't like him or you like him. Gotta love Sean. Sean's a great dude. I love Sean Strickland. He's a funny dude. Sometimes he could say some things that are out of hand, but you know what? Deep down, he's an amazing guy and amazing fighter. He fights like a weird style, but listen to this, guys. Sean Strickland will win this fight. He's got a style that nobody can defend against. You saw his last fight against Israel Adesanya, and he wrecked Israel. For To be honest, it was 5 rounds all Strickland, but people are saying 4-1. It can be 4-1, okay? But 5 rounds, that's crazy. I think Strickland's gonna go out there and show Dirkus, hey, this is my yard. He's gonna end up winning the fight. And I think after this loss for Dirkus, he's gonna fight Adesanya. And once and for all, I think that will be at UFC 300 too. Don't get me wrong, I think that would be awesome. I'd love to see Adesanya on 300. And I'd also like to see Dirkus there. So I think, excuse me, that will be a good fight. I think that will be a fight that will be marked for 300. We also got Jim Miller versus. We'll talk about that another time. We'll make a personal video for UFC 300 predictions. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Watch Sean Strickland win this fight by decision. I don't think there'll be a knockout or anything. I just think Sean will take all the. I think Sean will win 3 or 4 rounds, and this will go to Sean Strickland. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Let you guys have a good day and enjoy UFC 297. We'll see you guys next time.